There are three different straight lines. They are aligned in three different ways. They are pointing in three different directions. The endpoints are x1, y1, x2, y2. See here. These are x1, y1, and x2, y2. Maybe any other coordinates like 2, 3, 1, 4. Any random coordinates maybe. But these are three different straight lines. Okay. Suppose if I am on the middle of the ocean, and these are the two coordinates that I know, and I am going to find the distance between them. If I need to find the distance between them, it's not always possible to measure it with the measuring tape. It's not always possible to measure it with the scale. So what we need to do is we need to use some mathematical technique. If we know the location of these 2 points, just a minute. If we know the coordinates of these 2 points, then we can find the distance between these 2 points. So the formula that we have learned in class 8 is, and though I'll derive it for you here in class 9, the distance between the 2 points is given by the formula. The distance between the 2 points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 is given by the formula ab is equals to root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. I hope all of you know this formula. Do you know this formula or not? Please note it. Distance between the 2 points, just write this note only, just this part only. The distance between the 2 points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 is given by the formula ab is equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This x1 and y1 are the x1 y1 and x2 y2 are the coordinates of the endpoints. Okay, the coordinates that are at the end of these two straight lines, the extreme end of these two points of the line. So please copy this formula at last. Distance between the 2 points is given by the formula a b is equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. The derivation of this formula. Okay, derivation of distance formula. I have not written it in the slide. You just make some random figure, and I will just let you know how it is derived. I'll not write the whole solution here. You can see it in your textbook also. So suppose there are 2 points. Suppose this is 1 point. Okay, let me draw the x-axis and y-axis at first. Good morning. Okay, please be on time. So let me draw x-axis and y-axis. Suppose this is y-axis. Suppose this is y-axis, and let me draw the x-axis here. And this is y-axis. Sorry, suppose this is x-axis. X prime, and y, and then y prime. Okay, this is y-axis and this one is x-axis. Suppose there are 2 points. There are 2 points a x1 y1. There are 2 points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2. Suppose this is a x1 y1. Please draw along with me. And this one is b x2 comma y2. And we are going to find the distance between these 2 points. Okay, we are going to find the distance between these 2 points. Just a minute. Okay, we are going to find the distance between these 2 points. Sorry. Okay, let me try it again. Okay, we are going to find the distance between these 2 points, any 2 points a x1 y1 and bx2 y2. Okay, let me write here. Okay, so this one is x1 y1, a x1 comma y1. This end point is x1 y1 and this point is x2 y2. Okay, so what basically I am trying to show you is the distance between these 2 points is root under x2 minus x1 y, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so if this point is a x1 comma y1, let me show you how it is x1 comma y1 is. Let me draw one more line here. Let me draw the perpendicular actually. Okay, I have drawn perpendicular from this point, from point A and point B. Let me suppose this point is M and this point is N. Okay, I'm just trying to display how the formula is root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Again, let me so this let me explain it. This point is a x1 comma y1. So if a is x1 comma y1 and this point is origin, can you tell me what is the distance between O and M? Since it is x1 comma y1, it must be x1 up to OM. Okay, this point is x1. Okay, if it was 2 comma 3, the distance between this is 2 and this one is 3. Similarly, since it is x1 comma y1, the distance up to here is x1 and distance up to here is y1. X1 and y1. Okay, so again, let's see here. Its coordinate is x2 comma y2. So the distance between O and N is x2 and the distance between B and N is y2. Do you understand now? I am just taking the reference of the coordinates. Okay, the distance between B and N is y2. But our main purpose is to find the distance between AB. Okay, see here again. This point is x1 comma y1. So we can take a reference here. I draw a perpendicular from A to M. I draw a perpendicular from A to x-axis. So the distance between O and M is x1 and the distance between A and M is y1. Similarly, the distance between O and N is x2 and B and N is y2. यो सबैले बुझ्ने है x1 y1 कोअर्डिनेट छ यसको त्यही भएर यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्मको डिस्टेन्स x1 हुनु पर्यो अनि यहाँ y1 हुनु पर्यो यो x2 y2 छ त्यही भएर यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म x2 and then यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म y2 हुनु पर्यो भने हो. Okay, but our purpose is to find the distance between AB. So what we can do is we can draw a perpendicular from A to the line that is shown there. Let's draw a perpendicular again here. Okay, so let me suppose this point is any point, suppose any random point. Let me suppose it is C. Okay, so I have a triangle, right angle triangle ABC. Okay, in right angled triangle, ABC, in right angled triangle A, B, and C, let's see the different parts here. AC, let's find AC. Okay, before finding AC, can you tell me what is the value of MN? What is the distance between MN? Before finding in triangle ABC, let's find MN here. Okay, let's find MN What will be the value of mn? Can anyone tell me? See here, the distance between O and M is x1. Distance between O and N is x2. So what will be the distance between them? Please tell me. Are you aware here? Are you listening me or not? Please tell me what will be the distance between M and N.
Listening.
You are not listening me.
Listening.
Okay, just tell me what will be the distance between Mn, or you can simply say Mn. So it is x1 and here it is x2. So it will be
x1, x2.
x1, x2. I don't think so. It's something like this here. O देखि यहाँसम्म 2 मिटर छ, O देखि यहाँसम्म 5 मिटर छ भने बीचमा कति हुन्छ? यो बीचमा see here, it's something like this. यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म चाहिँ 2 मिटर छ र यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म 5 मिटर छ भने यहाँदेखि यहाँसम्म कति हुने भयो बीचको चाहिँ? Tell me please. Be responsible. Obviously 3 meter हैन, यो 2 मिटर यो 5 मिटर भएछ 3 मिटर हुनु पर्यो यहाँसम्म त हैन, isn't it? So if this is 3 meter, how it came? It came by subtracting 5 meter minus 2 meter, isn't it? So similar is the case here. Okay, similar is the case that is, it will be, tell me again please.
x2 minus x1.
Very good. It will be x2 minus x1. Who responded? Can you tell me your name please?
Sanjog.
Okay, Sanjog, that's good. Okay, the distance is x2 minus x1. Okay, so see here, if since this is a rectangle here, okay, because these two are right angle, this is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree, and basically this is a rectangle. So in rectangle the opposite sides are equal, so it is also equals to x2 minus x1. Okay, since it is also 90 degree and this one is also 90 degree, so it must be x2 minus x1. These two are equal. Do you understand or not? So I can write here mn is x2 minus x1, and let's find this BC also again. BC. Okay, this mn and AC are equal, so you can simply write AC is equals to mn is equals to x2 minus x1. So let's find BC again. To find BC, we know the distance between B and N. The distance between B and N is y2. Okay, it is given here y2, and the distance between CN, here, since it is y1 here, it also must be equals to, can anyone tell me what will be the value of CN? It must be equals to
y1.
Very good. It must be equals to y1. Why? Because it is the opposite side of the rectangle. So what will be the distance between BC, or what will be the length of BC? Can anyone tell me?
y2
BC,
minus y1.
exactly. The distance between B and C will be y2 minus y1. Okay, so if I focus only on this right angle triangle, okay, let me focus on the right angle triangle only here. If I focus only on this right angle triangle, let's focus on this part only. Let me set this first. Okay, let's focus on this triangle only. Okay, in this triangle, what I see is its different parts. AC is equals to x2 minus x1, and BC is equals to, since it is a y2 minus y1, we already found it, BC is equals to y2 minus y1. And if there is a right angle triangle, the most important thing that you need to know is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, जहाँ right angle triangle त्यहाँ Pythagoras theorem सधैँ सम्झिने हुन्छ, बुझ्यो नि? जहाँ right angle triangle त्यहाँ always Pythagoras theorem. Right angle triangle कसैले भन्दा बित्तिकै Pythagoras theorem चाहिँ आउनु पर्यो. Can anyone tell me what is the Pythagoras theorem? Tell me the formula for Pythagoras theorem.
h square equals to p square plus b square.
Very good. H square is equals to p square plus b square. Very good. Okay, so see here, by using Pythagoras theorem, I am not going to write in the whole detailed language here. You can see it in your textbook. By using Pythagoras theorem, it will be h square equals to p square plus b square. But in this triangle, in this right angle triangle, can you tell me what is the value of h here? Hypotenuse कुन हुन्छ यसमा? It will be AB. And perpendicular, you can suppose any side. Let me suppose it as BC, or you can suppose it AC also. Let me suppose it BC because it is on the other side. BC square, and the base is AC. Okay. If there is not any reference angle छैन भने तिमीलाई जुनलाई पनि perpendicular or base मान्दा हुन्छ, it doesn't matter. Okay. So AB is the distance between them, AB square, and we have got BC, that is y2 minus y1 whole square, and we have got AC, that is x2 minus x1 whole square. Okay. So since this is addition, you can exchange the terms. Like 2 plus 3 is same as 3 plus 2. So let me exchange them. Let me extend the order here. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. So if you shift the square on the other side, it will be square root. So AB is equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, this is the formula. How the formula came is derived here. Just please remember the formula. You don't need to go through all the derivation. This is important on some higher level, but you just need to know how it came. Okay. So this is the formula. Please write this. Just write these things. If you want the whole solution, then you can see it in your textbook also. Just copy this fast. Copy fast, please. Okay, let me go to the next one. Have you copied the earlier slide or not? Please let me know if you have not done. Okay, let's find the distance between these 2 points. Find the distance, though this is very primitive thing of this topic. I think you have done in class 8 also. So let's find the distance between these 2 points. Okay. So to find the distance between these 2 points, let's suppose the first point is x1 comma y1. Let a2 comma 3 is equals to x1 comma y1, and b1 comma 0 is x2 comma y2. Okay. Let's suppose this has 2 points. These are 2 points. This is A. You don't need to draw the figure. I'm just trying to make you clear what we are actually going to do. Okay, these are the 2 points. We are going to find the distance between them. Okay, how to find the distance between them? The actual distance between them is by using the formula. If the coordinate is given, then it's very easier for us. So let's use the distance formula. Using distance formula, AB is equals to, tell me the distance formula. It's root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So just replace the values here. X2 is 1 minus 2 whole square plus 0 minus 3 whole square. And don't be confused here. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Do it stepwise. Don't try to complete it fast. Minus 3 square. And be careful while pressing it in calculator. Minus 1 square is 1. And minus 3 square is 9. Okay. So it will be root under 10. It is equals to root under 10 units. Please don't try to forget units here. Okay. If it is square root of any other number, then you can simply write, if it is root under 36, then you can write 6. If it is root under 4, you can write 2. You can simplify that, but since it is not the perfect sort here, this is not a perfect square number, you cannot write the number. Okay, so simply leave it as it is. Root under 10 is the answer. Please copy this fast. And I'll give you one question after copying this. Please copy it first. Okay, have you copied it? Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, I'll ask you to solve that particular question. Okay, so solve this one. Find the distance between the 2 points p minus q comma p plus q and p plus q comma p minus q. Please solve this question. Find the distance between these 2 points. Okay, these are the coordinates. This coordinate is the first. Let's suppose the first coordinate is p minus q comma p plus q, and the second coordinate is p plus q comma p minus q. Okay, just try to solve this one. Please solve it fast. Okay. So what you need to know here is, you can suppose this points is x1, y1 and x2, y2 if it is given in the form of the coordinates. Okay, yeah, यसरी यो कमाले सेपरेट गरेर दुईटा पोइन्टहरु दिएको छ नि. You can suppose this is x1, y1, x2, y2 because they are simply the coordinates. Okay, if it is given in the form of the ordered pairs in the coordinate geometry, then you need to suppose them as x1, y1 and x2, y2 simply. So let's use the distance formula to find the distance between them. Again, using distance formula, let's find it. Using distance formula, or by using distance formula, AB is equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, be careful while replacing the values here because it is given in the form of sum and difference there. So x2 is p plus q. Okay, so let me write within the curly bracket p plus q. X2 is p plus q, and the value of x1 is p minus q. You can see here it is x1, that is p minus q. Okay, so whole square x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Y2 is p minus q whole square plus, sorry, p minus q whole square plus, and the y1 is y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 minus p plus q whole square again. Sorry, y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so this is x2 minus x1 whole square. Whole square means the whole square of the terms that are inside the curly bracket here, and y2 minus y1 whole square. Y2 is p minus q, this is y2 minus y2, and this one is y1. So y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so let's simplify it further. Okay, so here this is something inside the bracket. Let's simplify it further. Let's open the bracket. So it will be let me remove this curly bracket. So it will be P plus Q minus P, minus into minus is plus again, so it will be plus Q whole square. Though you can keep the curly bracket here. Again, it is P minus Q. Be always careful while dealing with the minus sign. Okay, I am telling it repeatedly. Please be careful while using the minus sign. Okay, while operating with the minus sign. So it will be P minus Q minus P, minus into plus is again minus, so Q whole square. Okay, so let's simplify it. Minus P and plus P cancelled, minus P and plus P again cancelled there. So it will be Q plus Q. Q plus Q is 2Q whole square plus minus Q it is minus 2Q whole square. So it is 4Q square plus 4Q square. Root over 4Q square is 8Q square. It will be equals to, if you simplify it further, it will be Q times 2 root 2. So let me simplify it. It will be 2 root over 2 Q. Root over 8 is 2 root 2. Okay. Let me do it in rough here. 2 4 is 8. 2 2 is 4. So it is 2 into 2 into 2 root over 2 square into 2. It is equals to 2 root over 2. Okay. So root over 8 is 2 root 2. You can simply use the calculator also to find this. So 2 root 2 Q units. And root over Q square is Q. So this is the distance. I solved this question because most of the students, they may get confused if such questions are asked. If the questions with variable are asked, they just leave the question. So please solve it in this way. It fast, please. Please let me know if you are still facing the problem to find the distance within them. Okay, I hope you copied it. So let's go to the next slide. Next slide here. Okay, so there are the points 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, and minus root 3, root 3 are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. Okay, this was the question. I think this question is taken from a textbook. So let me check whether these points are of equilateral triangle or not. Let me display some other slide. Just a minute for you. Let me stop sharing this. I'm going to share our next slide. Okay, let me check the coordinates. Okay, let me show you this one. I have this one is displayed in a device. So the coordinates are, according to the earlier question, the coordinates were.
Sir,
Yes, please.
ये लेख्नु पर्छ कि पर्दैन?
Just write the question. You don't need to draw the figure. Okay. Just wait for a minute. I'll display. Just a minute. I'm going to display the whole desktop so that it will be easier for you. Okay, write this question. So that the points 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, and minus root 3, root 3 are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. This is basically the question of class 8 also. I think you have proved the equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, right angle isosceles triangle, 5 different triangles, and in quadrilateral you should have proved square, rhombus, rectangle, and parallelogram. Okay, but we'll not discuss this in detail here. But few questions are there in your exercise book like this. I have taken this question from a textbook actually. So you have to prove this again here also. I'm not going to discuss it in detail, but you need to know the basic things of it. Okay, I hope this one is displayed here in your device. So let me check whether these points are of equilateral triangle or not at first. The points were just a minute. 1, 1. So let me put there 1, 1. The points are 1, 1, and the next point is -1, -1. Next point is -1, -1, -1, and the third point is -√3, √3. Let me take it again. -√3, √3. -√3, √3. -√3, √3. Don't draw this. I'm just checking it whether the question is correct or not. -√3, √3. This question is taken from a textbook. So let me check whether it is correct or not. Okay. I think this is correct here because these are in equal distance here. Since the distance is equal here, the distance is almost equal here. There are 3 different points. This first point, second point, third point. Okay, these 3 points are in equal distances, so they are equilateral triangle. So let me say the question again. Okay, let's solve this one. Okay, how to solve it? Can anyone tell me? Can you tell me how to find out so that they are the points of the equilateral triangle? Do you know how to solve? You have read in class 8 also. Can anyone tell me? Okay, this is very important. Please know this fact. Okay. Okay. So that the points 1, 1, 1, -1, -1, and -√3, 3 are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. So let me solve this one for you. Solution. Let me suppose this is any random triangle. Since they are the 3 points, let us suppose it as at first as any random triangle, and we are going to suppose it. We are going to prove it as equilateral triangle. Okay, we don't know whether it is equilateral triangle at first. So let's suppose it is any random triangle like A 1, 1, B -1, -1, and C -√3, √3. These are the 3 different points here. Okay, so let's find the distance between AB and then BC and then AC. If the distance between them is equal, then the triangle, or if the length of sides of all the if the length of sides of the triangle are equal, then it is called an equilateral triangle. Okay, if 2 sides are equal, then it is called isosceles triangle. If all the 3 sides are not equal in length, then it is called scalene triangle. Okay, so to prove this, it is an equilateral triangle. What we are going to do is, let's suppose, let the given points be, just write it please, copy along with me. Let the given points be A 1, 1, B -1, -1, and C -√3, √3. Okay, -√3, √3. I hope you have practiced such questions in class 8, though I'm going to do this in class 9 also, but this was actually the important question of class 8. So let's find the distance between AB and then BC and then AC. Okay, so let's for AB, let's suppose A is x1, y1. A1, 1 is equals to x1, y1. B -1, -1 equals to x2, y2. Okay, so the distance between AB is given as AB is equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so let's replace the values here. The value of x2 is -1, the value of x1 is again -1 whole square, plus y2 is -1 minus 1 square. So -1 is -2 whole square, -1 again is -2 whole square. So it will be 4 plus 4, that is 4 plus 4 is root over 8, that is equals to 2 root 2 units. You can simplify it or you can simply use your calculator. We have got the value of AB. So again, let's solve for BC. Let's solve for BC. Please copy it first for AB. Solve it first, please. Okay, I hope you copied it. Let's solve for BC and AC. For BC, you can continue in the same line in your copy. For BC, let's suppose B as x1, y1. B is -1, -1 equals to x1, y1. C is minus root 3, 3. Sorry, minus root 3, root 3. Minus root 3, root 3 is equals to x2, y2. C minus root 3, root 3 is equals to x2, y2. So the distance between BC will be equals to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, if anyone asks you the distance between BC or the length of BC, then you can simply say it is you can find it by using the distance formula. Okay, कसैले यो लेन्थ निकाल BC को लेन्थ कति हुन्छ भन्यो भने चाहिँ दुईटा कोअर्डिनेट दिएको छ भने always find it, use the distance formula. Okay, so let's replace the values. It will be x2 minus x1. x2 is minus root 3, okay, and minus 1. Okay, it is minus in the formula and also minus in the coordinate. So you can simply write plus 1. Minus into minus is plus 1 whole square. Do you understand or not? Minus in the formula and minus in the coordinate. Minus times minus is plus. So you can simply write plus 1 plus. Please let me know if you don't understand. y2 is root 3. y2 is root 3. I have taken this question because you may find it difficult to solve. यस्तो क्वेशनहरु यो रुटहरु आयो भने स्टुडेन्टहरु धेरै बिगार्छ, त्यही भएर मैले यो क्वेशन पर्टिकुलर क्वेशन चुज गरेको. So minus is here and y1, in y1 also there is minus, in formula also minus and in the coordinate also minus. So minus times minus is plus, so plus 1 whole square. Okay, so let's simplify it further. It will be okay, since it is minus at first and plus later, so let me rearrange them. It is 1 minus root 3 whole square. Okay, plus it will be easier to solve. So again, root 3 plus 1, let me again write this in the format 1 plus root 3 whole square. Since both are plus here, there is no hesitation to change. There is no confusion to exchange the terms. You can simply exchange here. So this is a minus b whole square. Can anyone tell me the formula of a minus b whole square? Please tell me the formula of a minus b whole square. Is my mic muted or you are not responding? I think you are able to listen to me. Please tell me what is the formula of a minus b whole square?
A square minus 2ab plus b square.
Okay, very good, Deepsa. Okay, so the value is a minus b whole square, that is 1 square minus 2 root 3 plus root 3 whole square. It will be 2 root 3 whole square. 2 times 1 times root 3. Okay, let me write that also. 2ab, 2 times 1 times root 3. 2 times 1 times root 3. 2 times 1 times, okay, let me write it a bit bigger here. 2 times 1 times root 3 plus root 3 whole square plus a plus b whole square. So it is a square plus 2ab plus root 3 whole square. Okay, so let's simplify it further. It will be 1 minus 2 times root 3 is 2 root 3 plus root 3 square is 3 plus 1 square is 1 plus 2 root 3 plus 3. Okay, plus 2 root 3 and minus 2 root 3 will be cancelled. So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. Again, it is 2 root 2 units. Okay, we got the value 2 root 2 units again. These two are equal already. So we need to find the third side, that is AC. Okay, so let's solve for AC. I hope you understand this. Please copy it fast. Okay, so let's go to solve for BC. For BC, okay, for BC, let's suppose, sorry, we got already BC. Let's suppose let's solve for AC. For AC, let AC is equals for A 1 comma 1 is equals to x1 comma y1. C minus root 3 comma root 3 is x2 comma y2. And let's solve this to find the value of distance between AC. So the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so let's replace values again. It will be x2 is minus root 3 minus 1 whole square. Let me do it a bit faster. Root 3 minus 1 whole square. Okay, let me make you understand this one. Most of the students get confused here also. It's not been very confusing, sir. Okay, if it is minus in the both terms and it is whole square, okay, be careful here. You can write it in the top of your copy. Top मा लेख्ने हो, side मा लेख्दा नि हुन्छ, नभए तर यहीँनिर चाहिँ नलेख्ने. Minus a minus b whole square. It is same as a plus b whole square. How? Let me explain it. If it is minus in the both the sign, then you can simply replace it as a plus b whole square, because you can write this as minus common a plus b whole square. Okay, so if you take the square of minus, it is plus, so plus a plus b whole square. So if it is minus in the both the terms, you can simply replace it as plus. So I'll go through the whole process. So let's take minus common here. Minus is common. Root 3 plus 1 whole square plus root 3 minus 1 whole square. I hope you understand it. So the square of minus is plus, so let's replace it. Root 3 plus 1 square plus root 3 minus 1 whole square. Please try to understand the simplification. So let's simplify it further. It will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Let me do it. Root 3 square is 3 plus 2 times root 3 into times 1. So it is 2 root 3. We have done the same process in earlier step also. So I am going to skip this part. Plus 1 plus root 3 square is 3 minus 2 root 3 plus 1. So let's simplify it. 2 root 3 and 2 root 3 are cancelled. So it is root under 8 and it is equals to 2 root 2 units. Okay. So since AB, BC and AC, the all length of the triangles, all the sides of the triangle are equal in length. So we can say that these 3 points are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. So let's write the conclusion here. Let's write the conclusion. Since AB is equals to BC is equals to AC and it is equals to 2 root 2. Let me write the distance also. 2 root 2 units. If you are not able to see, please zoom it by using your fingertips in your mobile if you are in mobile. Otherwise, if you are in laptop, I think it is not a problem to see here. Therefore, okay, let me write it in a bigger space. Okay, let me write it here. Okay, I am writing this part here. Okay, please copy it from here. Therefore, the given points are. Therefore, the given points are vertices of equilateral triangle. Okay, they were random points at first. Now they become a vertices of equilateral triangle. Point र vertices मा फरक छ के. Point भनेको any random point भयो हैन. अनि vertices भनेको कुनै एउटा geometrical figure को pointहरु भयो. ठीक छ, geometrical figure को cornerहरुलाई हामी के भन्छौं vertices. Points mean any random points, any random coordinates. So please copy this first, and you have some questions in the exercise. You can solve it later. You just try to understand what I am teaching you right now. Later you can see your exercise. I'll tell you to solve the questions of your exercise. We'll have a discussion in detail later.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
please.
2 under 8 पछि अनि माथिको के गर्नु भएको हो?
कहाँ जानु? यो माथि?
त्यो
यो 2 root 2 कसरी आयो भनेको?
हैन, रुट अन्डर माथिको, रुट अन्डर 8 माथिको.
यो स्टेपमा? In this step, are you talking about this step?
Yes, नै AC के त्यो रेड डट ठाउँमा.
यो वाला? See here. यसमा मैले यतापट्टि त यहाँ पुरै सिम्प्लिफाई गरेर देखाएको थिएँ नि, त्यही भएर यसलाई मैले डाइरेक्ट लेखिदिएँ के यसमा चाहिँ. Here it is, since it is 1 minus root 3 whole square, it will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. यहाँ पे दिएगा है a square plus 2ab plus b square करेगा क्या? Do you understand? Root 3 square it is 3 a square plus 2 into root 3 into 1. 2 into root 3 into 1 is 2 root 3. Do you understand or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Plus b square is 1 square, so 1. You will direct गर्दा छ त्यो root 3 square. Since I have done it completely here, मैले यसमा पुरै गर्दै छ यो चाहिँ डाइरेक्टली गर्दै है त. So I hope you understand. Please copy it first so that we can go to the basic concept of locus. So we have not arrived to the point where you can discuss locus. Okay, so I'll just introduce locus today. Please do fast. Okay, have you copied it? Please don't forget to write the conclusion. I have shifted it from here. Okay, instead of this asterisk, please write it from here. The given points are the vertices of equilateral triangle. Since AB is equals to BC is equals to AC is equals to root over 2 root 2 units, therefore the given points are vertices of equilateral triangle. I hope you copied it. So let's go to the next one. What is locus actually? Definition of locus. Please write the definition at first. I'll explain it later. Locus of a point is a path traced by a moving point. Traced means drawn. Okay, the meaning of traced is drawn by a moving point under certain geometrical conditions. Please write it fast. Copy it fast. Locus of a point is a path traced by a moving point under certain geometrical condition. Please copy it as fast as possible. We are running out of time. Please copy it fast. I hope you copied it. Let me explain it. What actually locus is. Okay. See here, suppose this is a vehicle. This is a truck of Mr. who wants to be the truck owner. Okay, let me suppose this is Mr. Ram. Okay, Ram owns this truck and he is driving the truck in this highway. Okay, please try to understand what actually locus is. Locus को क्वेसन गर्न खासै गाह्रो छैन, but the actual concept of locus is very vague. Okay, very vague, very important. Okay, very practical. So please try to understand actually what locus is. अब यो रामले यो ट्रक चलाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ उसको के भइरहेछ भने this truck is leaking the petrol, okay, or the diesel. Okay, I think the truck is operated with diesel. So let me say it is leaking the diesel here in its path, and it makes dots like this in the whole path. Okay, he's driving zigzag way. Okay, he's a careless driver. So this path that is traced by this truck, the diesel of this truck, the diesel path is traced by this truck. Okay, so this actual path is the locus. The moving point ले बनाएको कुनै पाथलाई locus भन्दो रहेछ क्या. But don't worry, you will not be asked to draw the figure of the whole question. But instead of figure, we will be trying to find the equation of the locus. यो दुनियामा हुने जुनसुकै यो कर्वहरु हुन्छ हैन, यो सर्कल, स्ट्रेट लाइन, इलिप्स जति पनि यिनीहरुको हुन्छ नि, हामीले यिनीहरुलाई चाहिँ अब यो फिगर चाहिँ बनाएर पढ्दैनौं. In mathematics, in mathematical language, we will try to find, that is, we will find the equation of the locus. Okay, so let me come to the definition again. Locus of a point, you can suppose that is the truck, of locus of a point, any point, is a path, or you can simply write the equation. Instead of path, we will find the equation. Path traced by a moving point. The point the hindu पर्यो नि हैन, त्यो path बनाउनको लागि त. By a moving point under certain geometrical condition. Let me show you one example here. Let me show you one example of GeoGebra. Just a minute. Okay, so sorry, I have to share the whole screen here. Just a minute. Let me be a bit quicker. Okay, suppose here, this is a cycle. This cycle is moving in a path. Okay, this is a level road here. So let's animate. So let's see here, find the locus of a point traced by a cycle, axle of the bicycle wheel as it moves on the level road. This is the axle of the cycle. When it moves, अब यो जसरी हिँड्दै जान्छ नि, यसले कस्तो बाटो बनाउँछ होला त, यसले कस्तो path. If you see this only, this particular point only, okay, this is the real mathematics. See here please. यो point को मात्र यसले कस्तो path बनाउँछ होला, just let's see it. Okay, here if you focus only this point, यो एक्सल को यो point मा मात्र focus गरिरहेको छु है मैले. So if you focus only on this point, it will draw a straight line because it is always in the distance of 2. It is in the distance of 2 units from this level road. बाटो एकदम सम्म खालको छ भने त यो त जहिले पनि एउटै डिस्टेन्समा भइराख्छ नि त. So if you focus on this point only, it will be something like this. It will be a straight line. Okay, so let me give you one more example here. I think this is displayed in your device. Let me give you one more example. We are running out of time, so let me give you one example. I'll explain it in detail tomorrow also. So let me give you one more example from GeoGebra again. Okay, see here. This point P is a certain distance from point O. This point O is fixed here. This is the moving point. Okay, this is the moving point. This point will move here randomly. Okay, and let me fix this distance as 3. The distance of 3 fix गरौँ है त. Let me fix this point as distance 2 unit. यसको रेडियस चाहिँ 2 फिक्स गरे मैले, O देखि P सम्मको डिस्टेन्स फिक्स गरेर, इफ आई मुभ दिस पोइन्ट, मैले यो पोइन्ट यसरी मुभ गरे नि, हेरेर त कसरी पाथ बनाउँदो रहेछ, एउटा यस्तो सर्कुलर पाथ पो बनाउँदो रहेछ यसले, हेर त. इट विल ड्र सर्कुलर पाथ. डु यु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड अर नट? सो यसलाई यसरी बुझ न. सपोज दिस इज द पोल. ओके, सपोज एट पोइन्ट O देयर इज अ पोल एन्ड दिस पोइन्ट P इज एनी काउ. ओके, एउटा यहाँ गाई बाँधिरहेछ क्या यो पोलमा, यस्तो तन्केर यो रोपले बाँधिरहेछ यसलाई. रोपमा यसरी यो गाई यसरी हिँड्दै हिँड्दै गयो भने यसको खुट्टाले एउटा यस्तो सर्कुलर पाथ बनाउँछ, यस्तो तन्केर हिँडिरहेछ, फेरि डेन्जर गाई हो है. सो This is tracing the path. This path is the locus of this point. Do you understand or not? This path traced by this point is the locus actually. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, if there is, okay, we are running out of time, so I'm sorry for consuming one more minute. Thank you everyone. Tomorrow we'll discuss more about the locus. Please don't miss tomorrow's class also. This is very important. And thank you for your presence for today's class.
Sir, tomorrow is holiday.
Okay, so we'll discuss on other day. Don't worry. We'll discuss on the last week, next week. Okay. So thank you everyone. You can join the other class. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.